Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with a process video for you, and this is for my Hey Little Magpie blog post that's up this month. First out, I want to apologise that my video is on a slight angle and there's some dodgy shadows. I didn't realise that I'd bashed my camera tripod. What I did is I changed my the board that I use, because if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that my desk is red. So I changed the board round and put a bit of white on, and I must have knocked it. I tried to correct it a bit, but it's not too great. So I do apologise for that. I hope you won't detract too much from the video. So I am using the Crepe Paper Heart Day collection, so it's the Valentine's collection for this blog post. I decided to revisit it. I didn't buy it when it was out originally. I always find Valentine's collections they bring out in like December or something random like that, so I just thought I would use these. So I cut out a few banner pieces to try and decide which one to use, and I'm going to be using two landscape photos on here. So sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. My microphone I think went weird and it made a funny noise, so hopefully I can edit that out. So I have the chipboard sheet which I'm going to use on here, and I'm going to keep this quite a simple page. There is going to be quite a few pages within this series of photos, so I decided that I'm just going to build down. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple. And there was this big love banner. I always struggle with banners. I love how they look, but I always think they have to be connected to something. I quite like it there in the middle. And I could have left it there in the middle, but I don't know why I decided not to. But I am going to move it up at an angle so I can build a cluster down, because I do want to journal. I'm also using some Valentine's papers from the Sweet Nothings collection, which was Fancy Pants's collection, and I really like how that's worked, so I wanted to use those because there was better space to journal. As you can see, I'm laying those tags up so it actually covers up the piece that says like Valentine's Day, and I found that works. So as you can see, I'm struggling to get my journaling blocks to sit here where it doesn't look really blocky and weird. So I know that I want to journal on here, and I was kind of like putting an embellishment, making embellishment more important than my journaling, which I thought was a bit odd. So I'm going to play about here, then I'm going to go, no, just move that big banner, even though I really struggle to use banners. This layout, I don't know, it troubled me for quite a while, and then you'll see, I'll explain, I'll do something again in a minute, and I'll spend quite a while doing it, and then I'll just rip it off at the end because I didn't like it. But you know, that's how it goes sometimes. So here is where I decided I'm going to build that bottom cluster there, and I really like how that looks with those banner pieces, and it kind of echoes that banner at the top. But aside, that's covering too much of our faces and looks a bit weird, so I'm going to end up moving that down as well. These are kind of they're kind of like puffy glossy hearts that come from Fancy Pants's Sweet Nothings. They've got really great colours, and they've got some pattern ones as well, so I'm going to use those throughout my series of layouts as well. I'm just looking here at some other bits and pieces that are from the cut apart sheets. As I said, I had the cut apart sheet from Crepe Paper and the cut apart sheet from Fancy Pants, and I'm just playing around here with adding another little banner piece, and then working out how I could connect that together. I like how that looked, but there's a big gap there, and I don't have lots of journaling to do on here, but I do want to do some journaling. So that weird gap, you know, if you filled that with journaling, then it would look great, but it was just a weird gap. So these are the Vicky Bouton watercolour stickers, and I put a couple of these out, and one of them, well, they both end up on the layout, then only one of them ends up on the layout. I just wasn't loving them with this page, so you know when you try because you have an idea of something and then it really doesn't work. So I then moved that love on an angle, which doesn't mean there's so much trap space there, and I'm much happy with how that looks. And I'm just playing around with that word sticker, which is the word happy. I could of course built that banner cluster further along to close off that gap there, but I don't want to cover up too much that background paper because I really do quite like it. So I'm just sticking these down. Again, I've used some gold pieces from the chipboard sheet, and then this is where I'm just placing my stickers. So I'm just placing 3 of those. I'm going to put that good times up there, but then that is going to end up being removed from the final piece. So I'm going to take my Mr. Huey watercolours. I've had these a long time, and actually the pink that I got, I kind of tried to do sort of an ombre. Not kinda, I did do an ombre pink, but it wasn't the right tones of pink. I needed to make it add more red in, and these are quite a chalky consistency, and I really couldn't get them to work. And so this is another label. It's like a scalloped border, and again, I like it, but it didn't work on this layout. And so the great thing of these is because you can make them fit any of your layouts. I think if I was to do it again, I'd use different watercolours because there's much more control with the colour. These, I don't know what I was thinking, but they didn't really work. So I'm just drying them off using my heat gun. And as I said, they're a thicker watercolour cardstock, so they don't pill or anything. I'm just going around it here with a, what's it called, Wink of Stella pen. Just adding that around the border of the piece. Just seeing how that works, but again, didn't love it, so didn't use it. Apologies that you can see my hair there. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time on this element. I should really cut this out because it didn't even go on the page. Well, it did get on the page that you see, but not the final page. So, as you can see, the colour pink just doesn't sit right against that dark pink. I've used, because it's on a white base, and then the back is more of a cream base, so it just doesn't sit right. This happy that I'm going to put down works better because there is the white of the journaling cards in there, and the pink of the tassels. I could have layered more up there on the top, but I didn't, so it does look a little bit odd. Here I am just sticking some dewdrops down, just putting those near the hearts on this page, again just to add a little bit of texture. So this, I'm still not 100% happy, but I'm kind of going for it. I pull off another heart piece here, just for that top piece. So that is it for this layout. Apologise, I've been a bit sort of, argumentative in my voiceover, but I just wanted to tell you how I battled out with this layout a little bit. So I'm going to pull that good times off, but if you do go over to the blog, and I'll post a photo at the end of the video so you can see how it ends up looking. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll be back with a couple more process videos for this blog post very, very soon. Bye!